the shortcut to copy and paste.
Okay, everyone, what's up? We are doing a communism versus capitalism debate here. We got me and LaFlame from the Communist Hype House V2, and then do y'all want to give yourselves a intro or whatever? Just like intro.
I'm Joseph Manning. This is Jake. We're both from Team Conservative Hype House.
And then Trey.
I'm the moderator.
All right, so this is going to be a communism versus capitalism debate. This is going to be a good one. And yeah, so do you guys want to start off with your opening statements, or do you guys want us to?
You can.
All right, so LaFame, do you want to do it, or do you want me to do it? Because
you do the opening statement. You can do the opening statement.
All right. Okay, so I believe that capitalism is inherently exploitive and greedy. I believe communism is the more ethical and moral way to go. In every stage of capitalism, you find exploitation, and I believe that the workers should be able to own the means of production. That's ours. It's quick.
That was quick. Jake, you want to say something?
Am I the only one that didn't hear a word of his?
You didn't hear anything?
You cut out so much. I did not understand anything you just said.
Jake, I'm gonna
I heard exactly
McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Jake, I think it's you because you're cutting out too. Oh,
yeah. I'm putting him back. Jake, can you hear me?
I can hear exactly.
Yeah. Hold on.
Jake, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. What's up? Sorry, yeah, it's my Wi-Fi. It's because my sister probably
Okay. What's up, everyone? We've got a couple people on. So basically, Jake, my opening statement was: I believe that capitalism is inherently exploitive and greedy, and I believe that communism is the more ethical and moral system. That's it.
Okay.
all right, Joe and Jake, it's your turn for opening statement.
All right.
Go ahead, Jake.
Well, my opening statement probably would be the fact that communism, while yes, in theory is a great thing, and obviously it would be good if it could work, but it's never worked in its history forever. Like, it's worked for a little bit, but it's always ended badly most of the time. Well, not most, all the time. It's ended badly, and it's just more people will die from communism than it is capitalism. And it just will never, and especially here, it will never work in the United States. There's no place it's ever worked.
Yeah. LaFlame, I'll just let you take that opening segment.
Okay, so then what do you think the original primitivist societies?
Oh wait, what? No, just call it here. Jake, I don't know if you know this, but communism has never been tried ever. So you said it's failed. It's absolutely never been tried in the entire history. There's never been a communist country. There's just never been.
The USSR?
Nope.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
It was a state socialist. There was still a state. Communism is the abolishment of the state. That's why there was.
And they had a currency.
I mean, yeah, they had a currency. So communism has never been tried. Full socialism has actually never been tried. State socialism has been tried. So there actually has never been a communist country. So already in your opening statement, a complete logical fallacy that just doesn't even. I mean, you can't say it's failed because it's never been tried.
Cuba, Laos, and Vietnam.
Nope, those are state socialists.
Literally go on Google and look up what country was a communist. It says Cuba, Laos, and Vietnam was a communist state as established.
How can communism, which is the abolishment of the state, how can there be a communist state if there's literally an abolishment of the state in communism? Also, I looked up the same thing. It's a socialist state, actually. If you look more into it, and those same countries even admitted to themselves and to just admitted that they aren't even communist or even socialist. That is a brief, broad term. People, like I said, it's never been tried. There can't be a communist state. Communism is the abolishment of state. But continue. Do you guys want to go on how capitalism is exploitive?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so
hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta go ask some message or something. I'll be right back.
Can you take this point? Or do you?
Yeah. Do you want to take it, or do you want me to take it?
I'll take the beginning and you can take the end. So I'll take us. So you believe that capitalism is inherently slavery?
Yeah. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. I can barely hear you. I have an echo in my ears.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Jake, put headphones in.
What happened?
Put headphones in.
I do. I have headphones.
What?
No, not you, Jake.
Put some headphones in.
I have headphones in. I just took it out because I had to go talk to myself.
Hey, what's up, Jack?
Man?
So basically, Lefamia thing was echoing, but I'm just gonna say capitalism is extremely exploitive. You are a wage slave to the capital owner. It is physically impossible in a capitalist society to be paid your worth. There's no disputing that you can't be paid your worth. So even then, you're being exploited no matter what. And then a lot of people say it's what's it called? It's a voluntary in a capitalist system. You can't live without making money, and the way you make money is by getting exploited by a capital owner. So it's extremely exploitive.
Okay.
I mean,
Right,
I don't really think working. I mean, you say that it's not voluntary, but I'm not forced to work. I can live on the streets
if you don't work, you die.
Choose.
You don't work.
Not really. I mean,
that's true.
You'll die.
I lived on the streets. I lived on the streets for 3 years, and I still lived, and I didn't work.
You'll die though. It's work or death in a capitalist system. Also, what you just said is anecdotal.
Am I dead?
Not really.
You said
it's not.
That's anecdotal evidence, Joseph, and you can't use that in a debate. Yeah, Jake, it's anecdotal evidence, 1, and 2, you can't just say that and expect me to believe you. You just can't.
Okay. Yeah.
Trey,
I have literal proof of me walking on the streets for 3 years.
Jake, shut up. Let people finish talking.
Because my dad kicked me out when I was 15. But yeah, you're right.
How'd you live for 3 years with no money? Did you just not eat for 3 years?
It's called wildlife. You can go out and look for shit. You can steal shit.
Yeah, okay,
come on, buddy.
That's not
lived off. Okay, first of all,
but it's how I lived for 3 years.
I don't even want to argue this because it's extremely anecdotal, and there's nothing that you can say that would. This is just your word, and that's not how you use it in debate.
I'm not.
It's not that we don't believe you. It's that this is a massive logical fallacy.
I can go out and ask my mom for you if you want.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's not that.
I'll ask your mom, and then you'll get that.
The fact that it's a logical fallacy.
Hold on.
I completely agree.
And Joseph, this is extremely anecdotal, so I don't care.
I lived on the streets for 3 years. There you go.
Anecdotal,
okay,
so I
we're
don't
not really
care.
denying you. It's still
no, it's anecdotal, so we don't care.
China's also a communist state. I just searched it up.
Say it again. Say it again.
I mean, communism it basically won't work.
No, what'd you say before? What was communism?
It won't work. Communism?
Jake, what'd you say before?
It says right here. Hold on. It says right here. It's
Jake, what the fuck did you say before?
China.
Yeah, Jake, what country was communist?
I'm reading it right now.
No, just say the country. I don't want you to
I'm
read
reading it right now. China.
No.
China. No, I'm literally listing right
here.
No,
I know, but I'm just saying
I looked up the same China, stuff. Cuba, Laos, and Vietnam.
Yep. And I've looked up the same stuff. It's state socialist, and even the countries themselves have come out and said that this is literally they're not socialist.
Isn't that kind of?
They aren't.
I never said that was anecdotal.
They still have.
I said Joseph is anecdotal.
You're literally saying. Oh, I searched this up. I can say I went and.
That's not anecdotal. Something. It's just proving what you're saying is wrong. Anecdotal is me saying I lived in a communist country and it was great.
Prove that.
That's in.
I know.
Yeah, Jake, yours is wrong. Theirs is right. What they're saying is what they're saying, Jake. What they're saying is anecdotal, or however you say it. Sorry, but whatever they're saying is true. But what you're trying to tell them is not
true. Like me saying I lived in a communist country. And it was great. Now, what I said is just disproving what you just said is not anecdotal because I said I've looked into that source. I'm not using that as my main point. I'm just saying I looked into the source and I saw that it's not communist. China was not even China was state socialist. So I mean, I don't think we should continue on the topic of these communist countries that have failed because there has been no communist country.
Maybe you should point out the flaws in communists.
Yeah. I was just going to say that. Do you have any flaws in the communist system?
All right, Jake. Now you can talk.
Give me a second.
My bad. My phone kicked me out.
The reason if I cut you guys off, it's not on purpose. It's just my Wi-Fi is terrible because my sister decides she wants to have everything open at once on the Wi-Fi, her phone, her laptop.
Yeah, I just can you guys give us a couple flaws that you see in socialism?
Some disadvantages are that in a communist system, you guys can hear me, right?
Yep.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's some disadvantage of communism right here is in a communist system, the central authority dictates the means and quantity of productions and places strict rules on businesses. So basically in communism, you want to talk about being free, and being free in a communist state is not possible because again, you don't have, it's the same thing with anything.
You can't.
I'm saying in a communist state, like if you made one, there's no freedom because in communist, one person it says right here that the central authority dictates the means and quantity of production and places strict rules on businesses. So that means you won't have the freedom to do certain things. That means you have to listen to a bunch of people. You have to listen to one person and the rules. It says right here. This is the disadvantages of communism.
Oh, so you're looking.
I mean, you can say it's not communism.
So you're looking at the disadvantage of communism.
Are you literally? Did you just look up on Google disadvantages of communism and you're using that as an argument? I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, how else are we supposed to find out our research? I mean,
you don't
Google
do it during the.
Google's the mainstream thing that you look.
No, I'm not saying looking on Google. I'm just saying looking it up halfway through, right in the debate, and being like, "Oh, here's a then just reading it off your.
I want to know what that.
Well, see, the only reason I'm using Google is because I was just told that I'm debating.
Yeah, same. I don't care. But it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
What's your source on that? I want to hear that.
Yeah, what's the source?
Yeah, internet. It's ER Services International Business. By the way, I've had this up since we started.
Okay, so
I just went to it because.
So what do you think? What do you think communism can exist without a leader? Without a leader?
How is this supposed to be? How is this supposed to be a government without a leader?
Also, another thing is that
communism is abolishment of all that. You know that, right? And we're ANCOM, so we don't even believe in we don't believe in any hierarchy.
That's not.
You realize you can't have law. You can't have order. You can't expect to live in a nice, peaceful place if there's no leaders. Because again, humans are greedy. So
source.
Actually,
look at Chop.
Humans are by nature greedy.
What?
Yeah, Chop's a good example.
Abolish the state. What country
there's no
is
cops. Chop is in the United States, and the only reason there's no cops there. Hold on, let me finish. Let me finish, cousin. Let me finish, cousin. Chop set up a 6-block barrier. No police were allowed in there. They had armed forces, but how many people have died in there already? How many people has been jumped in there already? A lot. Seattle won't let anybody go in unless they're giving them food, water, or supplies. So tell me that communism is going to work without no leader.
Well, first, there is a leader.
Catalonia?
Also, using Chop as an example is a very weak argument. Second of all, do you just expect there to be no deaths in a communist country? Do you just expect to be no deaths? Obviously, there's going to be deaths in a country. Also, it's Chop, and it's a weak argument because it's literally a couple blocks, while most communist countries are way more established.
A couple blocks with thousands of people, okay. But
I mean,
millions.
But I'm saying you're talking about a country without low leader, no laws.
No,
your
that's
crime
not what
rate's
anarchy
going to
mean. Anarchy doesn't mean no laws. It means no hierarchy. That doesn't mean no
there's laws. There's just no.
Okay, but then who's gonna enforce those laws? See, the thing is, who's gonna
enforce those laws?
No, militia. Councils or militias.
That's.
So higher power. That's higher power.
One person
a council is a higher power.
Council communist it's a democracy decision. It's not just
a higher power.
Making.
That's still a higher power. That's what we have hierarchy. Here. That's what we have. Hierarchy.
Higher power, no, so because it's a democratic council. It's by the people for the people. It's not a hierarchy.
That's literally what America is.
No, it's not.
No, it isn't. America, we're a republic, not a direct democracy.
What? Do you really think the Electoral College is democratic?
We are a republic.
We're a republic, not a direct democracy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we are a republic. But
no, going on popular vote would be a democratic system. A democracy? America is far from.
Going off the popular vote would not work because if you look, if you want to get into the popular vote, that's not gonna. If we went by that, then New York, California, and Texas. Pretty much all
that's not true. It would take 18 of the most populated.
You're looking into geographical location, which it doesn't matter in popular vote. It just goes off of that. I don't want to get into Electoral College, but capitalism has very, very, very little democracy. It's not a democratic run thing. It's the capital owner makes the decisions, and you're as a wage slave, you're either gonna listen or you're gonna be thrown onto the streets. No money for no food. So I mean, in a communist system, it is democratic. Well, in the one that me and LaFlame want, it is a democratically run. So, I mean, can you give me some other flaws you have in communism?
You basically want an ancient Rome type thing.
What do you mean by that?
Were a direct
That's
democracy.
what ancient Rome used to do. Is literally what you just said.
Say that again. What did I say?
That's what ancient Rome was. I
want you to tell me what I said because I forgot.
You forgot what you said?
You said because you were
because we went on to democracy and popular vote. Also, that was a straw man because I never brought up ancient Rome.
You're saying that you want No, I'm just saying.
I want the workers to be able to.
What you guys would want if you're saying that you want. Yes, if you want, do you want the citizens to decide for themselves?
Yes.
Decide what they want.
Rome was
together and decide what they want.
Rome doesn't count.
That's ancient Rome.
Rome was a bourgeois state. They were owned by the bourgeois class, and those were most of the people that could vote on main issues in early Rome, not later Rome.
I'm just saying. I mean, is that in communism, there's literally if there's one person, if there's a group of people that control everything, that's not going to work.
It's not a group of people that control everything.
Capitalism is that
it's not a group of people. It's a full direct democracy.
It's a direct democracy by the people for the people. In America, it's not.
You elect your own officials. So I mean, you're a representative.
You are your own officials.
A republic.
In America, no. But guess who endorses those officials? The bourgeoisie. How do you think Trump is up in that? How do you think Trump has that? Is there? No, he's been paid.
My mom's vote.
He's been endorsed? How do you think?
How has he been endorsed? How's he been endorsed?
He's been endorsed by.
Super PACs are paid for by bourgeoisie.
And he's also been supported by the people, by most middle ground people.
Guys, one person at a time.
Middle class people.
I'm talking about endorsements.
Yeah. How do you think Biden's doing it right now? He's endorsed by billionaires.
Yeah.
Bourgeoisie picks who they want.
That's debatable. It's not really true.
How?
I mean, because you can be endorsed, but it then boils down to the people who.
No. How do you think Donald Trump was elected?
We vote.
Because he did. Because corporations wanted him because he buys them out. No, the majority of people did not vote for him.
There's no proof on that. Yes, they did.
The majority of people did not.
It's factually known.
He did
3
lose.
million more people voted for Hillary.
But again, it boils down to
electoral vote.
Yes.
Yeah, but like I said,
he won the
popular vote shows that America.
He won the popular
president.
He did not win the popular.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, Hillary won the popular vote.
Hillary by 3 million. So, but you want to know why Trump won electoral college? Do you want to know? Do you want to know why he was elected?
Because he won the important states. He won the important states.
No. He won those important states, but I'm just saying it wasn't democratically. It wasn't democratically decided. It was the corporations. because he helps them because he buys them out.
How would he have he won if he didn't have enough campaign money? How would he have went around so many battles?
Yeah, wait,
he had enough
and done that
campaign. He funds his own campaign with his own money.
No, he didn't.
He can fund his own campaign with his own money.
Yes, he does.
Majority of it. He also donates
he does,
all
at least.
all the money he gets from being president goes to he donates away. He doesn't keep.
I'm not
He used his business. He uses his own empire, his own business.
I don't want to get into this. I just want to say that what the people want is not what happens in America. It's just not. I mean, proof has shown.
I'll let you finish the mind.
Yeah, what the people want in America is not deciding the elections. That's why Donald Trump, who lost by 3 million votes in the popular vote, is still president. Even though majority of people in America...
The thing, but do you understand why the reason the popular vote is not used is because...
You're bringing up geographical location, and it has nothing to do with it.
Because yes, it does.
No, wait.
Because
no, it doesn't. It's about the people.
Yes, let me take this. So, in the Electoral College, it would take 18 of the most populous states to all vote in one way to decide an election.
Yeah, can we get out of this subject and go?
Can we get out of the subject?
Can I say something real quick about the electoral college?
I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, but
the
electoral college. We're not.
This is the last thing I'm just going to say about this. The electoral college is determined by the state, so it's technically still the people. What the people wanted.
It's incorrect.
The state representative can go exactly against what the people want.
Yeah, that's why we saw 3 million people between Hillary. But let's go back onto communism. Do you guys have any other flaws with communism? What are your main flaws?
Jake has. I mean, Russia did kill a lot of people.
Russia wasn't communist.
Yeah, we've already gone over that.
Also, you gotta understand is that personally, I'm for smaller government, and with communism, that's completely against everything because everything is ruled by the government.
Oh my God!
You're
kidding, please.
Yes, it is communism.
We want to abolish that.
Communism is owned by the government.
No,
that's you guys. That's your guys' idea of communism.
No, it's not.
You said that. That's not
what the Marx
bringing up stuff that
is literally what Marx wrote. Do you want me to read? Do you want me to read Marx?
Fallacy.
Do you want me to read Marx? Do you want me to read a Marx quote?
Yeah, have you read that?
All right, you guys are breaking up very bad, so I'm gonna dip out.
All right, what's it called, bro? The government does not run anything. That's literally like something. That's like what a little capitalist says. Like someone who has no idea. That's like a base understanding of capitalism. It's just not true. The government does not own anything.
Withering away of the state is a Marxist concept coined by Friedrich Engels, referring to the idea that the realization with the ideals of socialism, then the social institution of a state will eventually become obsolete and disappear, as society will be able to govern itself without the state.
That's just Marx and Leninists. Ancoms believe in no transitionary state. We want to abolish that.
I'm going to read you this from Webster's
so that completely
dictionary,
proves us.
I'm going to read you this from Oxford Dictionary. Okay. All right. A political theory derived from Karl Marx, advocating class war and leading to a society which all property is publicly owned and each person works and is paid accordingly to their abilities and needs.
Okay.
So where in that says the government owns everything?
Publicly.
It says everyone owns. It says
government is
owned.
Public places are governmentally owned.
Okay, but Jake, you're not understanding that what we're saying is that there is no state. You're not understanding that, I don't think. So you can go in this long debate every single time. It's going to come back to there is no state in communism. It's going to come back to that every single time. There's a council, like the central planners that help with the economic situations. That is not the government. I just want you to know. You can go into this topic, but there is no state in communism. There just isn't.
And if you want to go off ML, the Vanguard Party doesn't own property. The Vanguard Party has a political party, which is why I disagree.
Yeah, there's multiple different ideologies, but saying that the government owns everything is such it's like I can't. No, I'm just sorry, but I can't believe you brought that up because it is one of the most extremely thoroughly debunked claims, along with communism has always failed claims. And you brought up both, and I thought I was really thinking there's going to be you're going to bring up some big stuff, but how can you bring up something that has been factually proven, in the definition or there's many definitions of communism, but it's like the abolishment of the state. Like, how can you bring up saying communism is when the government does stuff?
Do you believe interference in the market and capitalism is good, or is it bad?
Say that again.
Interference, like, what do you mean?
Do you think market interference in capitalism is good or bad?
What do you mean market interference? Like, explain that.
Like the government interfering with private businesses.
I mean, it really depends. I mean, like, just for like no reason, or is it to like if it's harmful or something? Like, what do you mean?
Do you think
like, do you believe in that? Do you like the EPI? Is that what? Yeah, EPI.
EPI.
Do you believe in laissez-faire capitalism?
Do you believe in regulation?
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, of course, there's got to be some regulation.
So you're not a free market capitalist.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm fully free market capitalist, but I mean, there should be some regulations, mainly because if it's going to be harmful to certain people, like, I don't know, if you're producing something that causes cancer, you got to put that down. You got to stop that. So
then you're not a full capitalist. You're kind of like a corporatist or maybe a cronyist.
I'm more like in the middle.
Oh, so you're like authoritarian.
No, I'm not authoritarian. I'm libertarian.
But no, if you're a libertarian, you'd be free market capitalism. That's a complete contradiction.
Yeah, it's a
contradiction. I mean,
there's nothing wrong with being. There's nothing like that's kind of like a classical liberal thing, like believing in a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Like I'm just saying, like bringing up like those arguments is kind of like.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it's they're the most flawed arguments that are brought up in many debates. But when you look at communism, you just see like a stateless, classless, currencyless system. And like I said, we haven't seen a full capitalist system, and we've never seen a communist system. So we don't know. We are obviously going off. You said in the beginning, like in theory, communism is good. And that's all we're going off of. So wouldn't we have already won if you said that communism in theory is a good ideology? Because all we can go off for a capitalist system and a communist system is a theory. Correct?
True. I mean, the main thing is that, yeah, I could agree that it could possibly work and it might be somewhat of a good idea, but it just won't work. In the real world, it just won't work. Because, again, there's always going to be those people
are inherently greedy.
That was a complete contradiction.
Take advantage of certain things.
You can't say it could work and then say it couldn't work.
Do you think people are inherently greedy?
I guess.
Do you?
I mean, I don't think people are always the best of people. I mean, I wouldn't say inherently greedy, but I mean, I'm sure people probably. I mean, I guess I would agree that most people are inherently.
Then why would you want a system that literally? Why would you want a system that like comforts to that?
I mean, I wouldn't agree with that's what capitalism is, because capitalism, you can literally do what you want. It's a free market, like
control.
Not really in America. They don't have full control. I mean, they still have regulations.
No, they're like I said.
And where?
Also, can we go on worker co-ops? Can we go on that topic? Do you know what those are?
No.
Democratically run businesses by the workers for the workers. Do you know they have extremely high success rates, way higher than like regular capitalist businesses?
No.
So like, worker co-ops have shown to be extremely more efficient.
Really? Where did Joe go? Hold on, let me see.
He's in the chat.
I'm right here.
He says he has to dip soon.
I do.
Oh, Joe, you've just been quiet.
Yeah, I've just been quiet. I'm not feeling good. I feel like I'm about to throw up.
Yeah. But
I actually might have fucking coronavirus. Fuck this shit.
So I guess we should probably end the debate because I don't think it's gonna get any more. It's gonna get productive on your guys' side. If y'all ever,
I was literally told like 30 minutes or like not even 30. It was like 10 minutes before.
Well, I told you.
He told me 10 minutes before, but I was ready. But yeah, if y'all ever do want to like get into Zoom and have a conversation and discuss it, I mean, we're always open. I'm probably gonna do an open Zoom tonight.
I'm down to redo this. Like,
yeah.
Me too. Like, let me actually do some research.
I'm down to redo this.
Yeah,
but
let's
closing because I wasn't even planning on doing this. It was supposed to be.
Yeah. Just
how about this?
It was supposed to be Bam Bam and Brandon.
How about this? We do this like again in like 3 weeks when I've actually done research and shit.
Yeah.
Let's do closing statements.
Get yourself some research and then hit us up on our DMs. Also, if y'all want to have a Zoom, we're doing open Zooms. I'm at least gonna do a couple this week, and weekend. So if you guys want to like come in, maybe have a good discussion. But yeah. Well,
okay.
I'm down to have a good discussion.
All right, y'all have a good day.
So we're doing closing statements. Can you say for closing?
Y'all have a good day.
Can you say for closing?
Thanks everyone for watching.
He's about to die.
Okay. Can we do closing statements really quick?
Yeah, he's been done.